Stocks took a bit of a tumble yesterday on word the Federal Reserve was raising its key interest rates. Right now, futures have the Dow pointing up, but the NASDAQ has dropped in the last 15 minutes. Well, that increase is just 0.25%, but depending on where you are in life, it might have an impact on your bottom line. Local financial professional Cathy DeWitt Dunn from DeWitt & Dunn joins us here in the studio. So how significant, Cathy, is this interest rate hike?
You know, right now it's not that significant, but I think if you take a look at what the Fed is looking to do next year, have a rate increase 2, 3, 4 times during the year, that could take an impact on, your mortgages and also, your investments.
Well, let's talk about that. If they do, as they're expected to do, increase it several more times, because we haven't seen something like that in years. This is only the second rate hike in a decade. So how might that impact us as households if it is increased that many times?
Well, I think one of the things is we all knew that this was coming. So if you take a look at what your current situation is with your loans, if you're thinking about buying a home, why don't you go ahead? The rates are the lowest that they've been since you just mentioned since 2008, and we expect those rates to go up. So also with student debt loans, et cetera. So you really need to lock in the lower rates right now before we have that increase that we know that's coming.
So that goes for buying a new home and refinancing, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what about for the markets how are markets going to react in the short term? Is it a good time now to really get into the market, to buy stocks, or should we invest in bonds, CDs? What's the thinking here?
That's a great question. I think right now we were expecting the rate, so I really don't think that the markets are going to be too volatile short term. However, when the rate does continue to go up, I think we're going to see some turbulent times. And the biggest thing is you need to have your portfolio diversified, because short-term volatility really shouldn't impact you over the long run. So, take a look at your investments and be aware of what's happening.
All right. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this is a really good thing and is a sign that the economy is strong. So,
yes, we're really excited about it.
All right. Cathy DeWitt Dunn, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.